What's up party people, John here from Glasswell Media, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make your website go from this to this. Okay, so this is looking at the Mongolian barbecue. It is a buffet style healthy food option served in Dublin city centre. It's one of our clients' old websites. We are using the Wayback Machine to have a look at what the website used to look like. This is a great tool if you want to check out your competitors, or maybe you had an old website and you wanted to capture the old content from that old website. Get yourself onto the Wayback Machine and it'll give you snapshots of your website through different timelines throughout the years, allowing you to see what people's websites look like over different periods of time. So some of the issues that this client had was the quality of the graphics on the actual website were quite low quality. We can see their logo is even a bit fuzzy and it's a bit outdated. The specific gray that is built on their website needs just a small update. The font, the formatting, the way the page is actually formatted itself, it is a centerfold website page. It is good that you get all of the information as soon as you land on the website. Some of the issues that we could see here are they used to not have an SSL certificate, so there's no little lockbox. So some people, when they went onto the website, would have gotten error messages. The font is just outdated when you have a look at it itself. It does give you steps, which is really good, but you do want to get more vibrant information. The best thing that we could see here for this client would be to have a video allowing people to do the walkthrough from step 1 to step 4 of what you do. You pick out your meat, your herbs, you pass it over to the grillers, and then you enjoy your meal. Very straightforward, very simple. There was also an old plugin that wasn't being used for a few years, which is a big eyesore on this type of a website. They did include their business information, but again, all of the things that they're looking to push to you, they were underexposed. I'm going to show you the first version of the website that we made for them. This is live on their business right now. It allows you to see much larger images, much more vibrant. We're first going to have a look at what their website looks like now, and then I'm going to do a few edits and talk about the reasoning behind those edits, allowing you to understand some of the psychology, the reasons for SEO, and some of the thoughts that I'd like to see happen to this website over the next months as well. And the main goal of everything that I want to talk about during this video is to improve the conversion rate optimization for the client, is to get more foot traffic through the door and help them generate more sales. When you land on the website, first you see the chef's table for this business, and this is a big center point, and this should be a huge focus for them. Getting that video in of this section and showing the chefs doing their thing is really an amazing thing to see. When you go into this restaurant, you get to stand around and you get to see all of the food that you put together into a bowl get created, and if you want, you can do it a second time and a third time, so you can eat as much as you want. We want to focus on branding while allowing people to have a quick snapshot of what they're getting. The name also sells itself, the Mongolian barbecue, so you do know that you're getting some sort of authentic food that is going to be served up to you. We just have a very simple slider in here. What you could replace this with is a slow motion video, again showing off the food being cooked in the background. That may be a bit too distracting at the moment. The main thing that we're looking for people to do is to get that feeling of what the food is going to be like, and then they're going to scroll down and they're going to get all of the call to action information for them. So the first thing that we did for the business was we introduced a large heading for the business with a paragraph of the text talking about who they are, why they did what they did, again focusing on another image for the business, and a call to action or some social proof showing that they have a badge for a business, that they won the Open Tables Diner Choice 2022. It also allows people to know where the business is located, so the dining experience is based in the heart of Dublin. But there are some things lacking here, so we want to go back and we want to make some further edits to this, and we're going to show you what it looks like in a minute, and I'm going to show you what I did to make those edits. Then we go further down the page. The next thing that we see are the 4 steps for the business. Again, you get to choose your selection of food, add your herbs and spices, hand your food over to the cookers, and then enjoy your meal. And then we're finishing up the page with a big bold call to action, giving a lot of breadth and space for this, for people to book. Because what you want when you go onto a local food supplier's website, you want to, if you know the business, you simply want to book and you want to double check the menu. If you don't know the business, you may want some headline information about where exactly it is, how do you get to the maps, and to have some social proof to understand that there are other people purchasing from the business, and to see the menu and allow you to book. So you will be more curious as a new visitor but as a returning visitor, most likely you will just want to book. So we do keep this information. We've cut down the amount of pages for the business. So you've got the home, about us, menus, and contact. We are using the Avada theme built on WordPress, which is one of the best themes that you can get for your business. We do recommend using either this, Elementor, or Flatsum for e-commerce businesses. They are the 3 top themes that we would recommend for the majority of businesses to use. If you want a custom coded website that is more lightweight, that is great, but it's going to have a different price tag that you're going to get compared to a templated website. Now, don't get confused by saying, oh, a templated website, so it's going to take me an hour to get that website set up and it's going to be perfect. It's still going to take 20 or 40 hours to get the website set up, updated, thinking about the content, getting images taken for your shop, getting headlines, understanding keyword research, setting up the structure, and making sure that is nice and clean. All of these things take time. Things that the more simple something is, the longer it's going to take for someone to actually make it. We do have a link to their TripAdvisor with over 1,000 reviews, but again, there are some things missing. So let's have a look at what we're going to update. Let's jump into the back end and let's jump into the next version of the website as well. So I'm in the back end of the website and we go over to pages on the left hand side and we go to the front page, which is the home page. So in WordPress, you'll all see it's called front page and people can rename home to whatever they want. We are using a plugin called Duplicator Page, which allows us to simply go to any of our live pages and to duplicate them, and then we can start making edits to those. So this is a great way to make new drafts of new website pages that you want to, and to discuss with someone and to show off the updates before putting it live. You don't want to get a website page and to put it live straight away and to make edits on a live page, especially if you have thousands of people visiting your website a day or a month. You don't want people to see poor branding and to see content continuously changing. To download the plugin, go to plugins, add new. We won't do it now, but the plugin is called Duplicate Page. It's a free plugin and it only takes a second to download. Go onto pages, click on the page that you want and hit duplicate. Literally click duplicate this. And here is our new version. So I go into the back end of Home Test and have a look at the editing version of and have a look at the Avada Builder version of the website editor. So remember, the first thing that we see here is we've got the main slider, and then below that we've got heading of content, and we've got some text, and we've got an image on the right hand side. On the right in the back end of the website, what we can see here is the top section is the slider. Avada do separate the sliders into the slider function and formatting itself, and then the actual slide. Each individual image is going to be separated into edit slides. So you do need to go into edit slider and into edit slides. Inside edit slider, we can see certain things like the name, the shortcode for it. If you want to add it to multiple places on your website, you can use global settings where it can save you time adding it onto multiple pages. You can decide if you want to have it as a small slider or 100% width. You can set a slider loop. You can organize the order and animations of all these slides. You can either go back to the editor on the page, or you're now in the slider section, so you can hover over sliders and click on slides. This will bring you to each individual slide that has been made, and you can edit each individual slide from this section. So we've clicked on the image. We want it as an image. You could change this to a YouTube or Vimeo or a self-hosted video, which is awesome. You can add in a H1 or a H2, which can help with SEO, especially for local businesses, to help people find you around your area. And there are a few other options we won't have a look at. Then back in the Avada editor, we can see the next section, which is in blue. These are all, think of it like an Excel sheet nearly, or titles of a book. So we've got the main slider, then below that we've got all of these blue sections. So we've got the About Us, the gallery, the steps 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 2 additional containers. You can add new containers down here with the plus button, or if you want to edit the current containers that are already live, we can click the down arrow to display what information is in there. So remember, what we have on our homepage is the heading image, is the heading text, and the paragraph of text, followed up by the image and the image on the right hand side. So how does that display in the back end? So we've got a unique dining experience in the heart of Dublin. This is in as a title. So the way that you can add titles in is you go down to the section you want, you click plus element and search for title. This is going to give you the same text size every time. So you make sure that all of the titles across the page are the exact same font size. Then below that we've got the paragraph of text, which is just a text paragraph section, and below that we've got an image. So there's 2 ways that you can add an image into this. Either you can go into the paragraph of text and you can add media, and this will allow you to add an image directly onto the website. Let's do this here for a second. Insert into page, display, save, update. If you don't want to update, what you can do is you can preview, but this is a preview website page, so it's okay for us to update the live page because no one has access to it. And there's the image that has been added. And what I'll do is I'll go back into the back end of the website, I'll go back into the paragraph text, edit, and remove this image. I've made a few changes to the duplicated homepage, and I'll talk about the reasoning to it. So this is the homepage at the start of the video, and this is the homepage now, where we've got the same slider at the top, and then when you go down we have a few different things now. We have the same overview statement about the business. This is an emotional feeling. This is an emotional feeling towards it, while giving you some information, letting you know that this is a unique dining experience in the heart of Dublin. That's our title tag. Then we have a H2, which is for SEO purposes to help us rank. So I did some keyword research to help us understand what people may be searching for this. You can either go to Google Ads and use the keyword planner, or you could use a tool like Neil Patel Ubersuggest. So to help you understand what words that you should be using on each page, you can use this tool, which is free for 3 goes a day. So what we'll do is we'll have a look for best food Dublin and we'll search. And so if you're a plumber, you'll look for plumber and location, or if you're a law firm, put in lawyer location. Okay, so what we can see here is we have 391 keywords. We can see over the last few months their visitor count is increasing quite significantly. Partly that's because we introduced this new website a few months ago, helping their SEO out. And what we have here is we've got Mongolian barbecue, which is searched multiple times in Ireland, and we are ranking #1 position for Mongolian barbecue, Mongolian barbecue Dublin. So we do get really good search traffic from all of these keywords. So we're looking for best Dublin food in Ireland in English. And we see that for best Dublin food, there's a search volume of 880, and the SEO difficulty should be easy enough. And what we have here are the main keyword phrases that we have. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm just going to leave the screenshot over my desktop for a minute so I can have a look to see what phrases I need to use. So I'm going to make an update to this as we go. Okay, so we've got the top restaurants, best food in Dublin, best food Dublin City, best Dublin. So what I'm doing here, we have our new heading, which is targeting some keywords that are going to be helping people find us when they're looking for food in Dublin City Centre. We've also added in a small section here that says located in Temple Bar, Dublin City. If you click this, this is going to bring you directly to Google Maps, helping you get your way to the location. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the word see map, make it really obvious for people to click on it to know that they can get themselves there. I don't need to display a map for this. I want to keep the website focused on the content, allowing people to book their restaurant journey as well. And I'm going to add in one of the best phrases in here as well. Okay, for the minute, what I have done is I've just added in one of the top phrases into the first part of the paragraph of text here. So I said looking for the best restaurants in Dublin. See here the top phrase is Dublin, best Dublin restaurants, 14,800 searches a month. Usually I would put in the exact phrase, but what we have with Google is they have been doing some major updates, which are the helpful content update, and they're not looking directly for the exact phrase. We do want to use them as really good guides, and a lot of the time, yes, we do want to use the exact same phrase, but if it doesn't make grammatical sense, we can either try restructure the page to fit these keywords, or if we're making smaller changes like we're doing today, then we can add in questions or phrases that will allow us to put in the same words that are there, and maybe they're just mumbled up with a small word that's added in, like in or on. So we've added in 2 phrases to the paragraph of text saying looking for the best restaurants in Dublin. Then the client had provided some content that they want to keep with, and then inside of the content we add in with over 2,500 star reviews, we believe we are one of the top restaurants in Dublin, helping us target the 2 top ones up here. We haven't talked about lunch, so we're going to just quickly add one in there. Okay, so we have targeted 3 of the top phrases that were related to the business. We've added in 3 sentences, keeping the majority of what the client wanted in there at the start. So we've added in looking for the best restaurants in Dublin, a bit about the business and where it came from. It's a family-run business in Temple Bar. With over 2,000 5-star reviews, we believe we are one of the top restaurants in Dublin. It's a very straightforward statement. It allows people to know there are over 2,000 reviews while also getting the top keywords in there for the business. Again, we talk about a unique dining experience, which is great, but it doesn't help us out for SEO purposes, so we're not going to be ranking better on Google. Then we throw in an extra phrase in here. Why not grab yourself the best lunch in Dublin, and then back to the business, what they want to do and offer. It's simple, healthy, quick, and best of all, you can try as much as you like. Then what we put in is we put a button in. If you want to add a new button yourself, click on the element and search for button. And when you go into add buttons, you can change the formatting and the style of these buttons. So we've put our website URL in here, which allows people to book a table. You can change the button by changing the design, making it 3D or flat, changing the color of the button, adding a radius into the button, changing the size of the button, adding some margins and some booking icons. So what we have done here again is we added a booking icon while we make a very straightforward call to action for people. So when they're here, they're just going to understand what you get at a snapshot. Then they need to learn more. They'll go down and they'll be able to pick out some of the phrases for the business. Best food in Dublin City. Okay, cool. I know it's in Temple Bar. Great. I might not read this information. That image is going to be gone now in a second. And that's all we need to get people to book. But what we do need to support the website and to help people buy is we need to introduce some more content. We need to introduce social proof, which we have a huge amount of 5-star Google reviews for this client. So what we've done here is we have used a plugin called Widgets for Google Reviews that allows you to display different formats of reviews for your website page. Ideally, what will happen here is people will say, okay, this food in Dublin City Centre. They'll then book a table if they know the business. If they don't, they may want social proof. So they'll see the social proof instantly next. And these will link directly onto Google if they want to click in and see more reviews. But maybe I've never seen the food and I don't know what's happening. But ideally what we would have here is we would introduce a video that would give people the steps from 1 to 4, allowing them to know exactly what they're getting and the experience, and adding some emotion, getting them to build people up and to purchase from them and get excited about going in to buy some food. The second best option that we have is showing off more images of the brand. So what we've done is we've added in a small gallery that sits below the reviews that allows you to see the food, the chef's table, that you can get beers, the healthy side of the food itself, an image of the outside, so if you've never seen it, that you can see it as you walk past, and that they do takeaway as well. Now, if you want to see your website page in a mobile phone view, what you can do is literally grab the box and just shrink it down so you can see what it should look like on a mobile phone. This isn't perfect, but it's a great way to see what it should look like on a mobile phone. So you've got the nice image, got some content allowing you to understand the context of the restaurant itself, that you can book a table, that you can see the reviews coming up and they're dynamic. You can then see images and a nice gallery really showing off what you get from it and the steps of the experience that you get in there, that you can actually select the food yourself. And then again, we're following up with a booking table, which is using a third-party booking plugin, which is really high quality booking table to allow the restaurant to organize and schedule all of their tables throughout the week. Then in the footer, we've got the contact information. Now on the right hand side of this section, we have this image, and on the back end of the website, it looks like there's no image here. But what we've done is we have set up this area of the website page with a section on the left hand side that takes up 2/3 of the page and the right hand side that takes up 1/3 of the page. Now what we've done is we have added a background in here to give a full experience of the image for that page. So you can go click on the pen, go to background, image, and you can change the image. You can also change the positioning and a few other features, but this is where you would add and remove an image. So when you're in the back end, it may sometimes look like there's nothing happening. Then below that, we can see that we've got the gallery, and the gallery is taking images from the media that we've uploaded, where we've captured these images and added these images for the business. We took them from the client's Facebook page. We've asked the client to provide us some new images, which we will be getting. We also borrowed 1 or 2 images from Google Maps. Now, if you borrow images from Google Maps, what you need to do is you need to get permission from that person who took the photo. Okay, so to recap, during this video, I showed you how we got the website to go from this into this. We've seen some increased improvement in the scrollability of the website. One of the reasons that you want a website to scroll is most people are using and visiting these websites with their phone, and all you want to do is scroll. It gives you a nice dopamine boost, while with the old website you have all the information up top. You're going to read it and you're going to disappear straight away. The analytics is going to be really hard to understand, except for people spending a bit of time on the website. What you want to understand is what elements people are visiting, and you want to bring them through a journey. With a lot of other websites, you do want people to click through to 1 or 2 different pages, while here we want people to be able to book within 1 click. We added some keywords for the business to help them rank better on Google, but also from a customer's point of view, we wanted to give them more information about what they get, where they are, and what the business offers itself. Then we really wanted to focus and emphasize the book a table section for this website. Then we've got the Google reviews for social proof. We show off more photos of the different areas of the business to help you understand what you get. And we still emphasize the 4 steps. And outside of that, we want people to book. If they want to get in contact with us, they still can, but the majority of people should be able to book without getting in touch with the business. My name's John. That's the video. Hopefully you got some good nuggets. If you did, like the video, give us a quick thumbs up and subscribe so you get further updates, or check out our channels for some of the other videos that we have live. Thanks, and see you in the next video.